Hello, and welcome to 45 minutes of yoga, your gift to yourself today. You've chosen to be here. You've chosen to gift yourself this because you're worth it. So I'm glad you're here. I'm Karen, and I'm very glad that you're here with me today, even if it's virtually. We are going to use a mat, and we're going to use a yoga strap today. I'm using an old karate belt for my yoga strap. You can find a necktie or anything like that. So we are going to do a yoga flow today that incorporates encouraging long, lean muscles, developing long, lean muscles. So that takes increasing your flexibility, increasing your strength as well as your balance. And then of course we're doing it with all deep breath, which is good for our body. Even if we stayed laying down and breathing, this belly breathing this whole time, you'd get benefit from this. So that being said, this is your practice. It's not mine, it's not anybody else's that does this video, okay? So this is your practice. That means I'm gonna show you modifications for the different poses. Take the modifications when you need to. When you need to do something completely different or just rest, that's your prerogative. So just breathe deeply and relax throughout the whole thing. So even when we're doing poses that might be a little bit more difficult to you, I'm going to challenge you to keep a relaxed face and a deep breath. All right, that's part of yoga, is helping you, because in real life, we go through tough situations. And if we stay calm, it's so much better. We can either react or we can stay calm. And so I want you to use this yoga practice, not just for these 45 minutes, but hopefully to take the benefits out into your real life. So this is a Zoom class that I videoed. When I'm facing the camera and I say left or right, either do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying, but either way you get benefit. You will be balanced in the end. We do both sides. So put everything to the side, phone on silent, put everything else out of your mind and just focus on you. Here we go. Hello and welcome to yoga today, 45 minutes of yoga. So glad that you could join me today. Let's go ahead and have a seat to get started today, and just make sure you've got a mat and you've got a yoga strap, which we'll use towards the end. So let's go ahead and start with your right leg in front. Bring that chin in your chest and put your shoulder blades in your back pockets. Let's take some deep breaths in and out. In fact, let's place that palm on your belly. And let's practice that nose breathing and belly breathing so that the rib cage and diaphragm expand as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. Just bringing all your attention inward. Try to put all those distractions to the side and just assure yourself that they will be there at the end. Let's just utilize these 45 minutes to your best. Take care of you. Let's glance up and reach our arms up. And exhale, let's look past those fingertips, bring our palms down and just start to bring your chin to your chest. So our right leg is in front and you're feeling a nice release in your hips and in your low back. And using each exhale to deepen the stretch if you would like. And we're gonna wind around to your left and bring that right hand on top. Knee is between those arms. Let's just bend the elbows, nose towards your knee. And let's reach that right arm up to the sky. Think about rib cage away from that hip bone. And let's take that left hand, grab your opposite knee, and sink yourself down. Good, deep breath in, both arms up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Just make sure shoulders are relaxed and glance to the back. And untwist. We'll do a couple things and then we'll do that other side. So come up onto your hands and knees, please. So give yourself a couple cat-cow stretches. Good, one more time. Chin to your chest and tailbone tucks under. And then we glance up and tailbone and nose to the ceiling. And let's come to our plank with wrists below the shoulders. Let's engage our middle so that that low back is supported, and hug the sides as we come on down. Nice up dog, top of the head lifts to the ceiling. And let's come on back in child's pose. Knees apart, big toes together. Rest your forehead. Now as you continue to breathe, stay in child's pose. And just remember that this is a great place to come to if you need a rest during class. Middle of your chest surrenders towards the mat. And we're going to tuck our toes under and come to down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Let's go ahead and pedal those feet. Just slowly bending one knee and then the other. And on your exhale, let's walk or softly jump those feet towards your hands. And with chin in the chest, let's go ahead and take your right toes towards the ceiling. So we're going to straighten the left leg just the best that you can. Remember, this is your class, your practice. An option of your left hand holding the ankle and right toes reaching for the ceiling. I want you to feel free to modify or take a break throughout class whenever you need it. Exhale, let's bring those feet together. Let's glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's take our right arm down, keep our feet together. Inhale, reach, and let's walk those right fingertips down your leg. Good, half moon, that right hand grabs the wrist. Rest your head, gently pull that left arm straight. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale a little bit deeper, left foot presses into the mat. And let's come to the front of the mat, standing back bend. And as we bring those arms to shoulder height, our right leg is going to come behind us. Strong through your middle. You're going to lift that right leg as high as you feel comfortable, lowering the chest as you feel it's safe for you in Warrior 3. Gently lunge on those right toes. And let's lean back into our crescent lunge, giving our right hip flexor a good stretch. And now let's swing through. And one more time, bring it up. Let's scoot your right foot back a little farther, really lean back. Good, bringing those hands to the mat. Left foot back, abs strong, come on down slowly. Knees down whenever you need to. Nice up dog. You could do a push-up now if you want to, and then come to down dog. Always an option for a push-up there if you would like before down dog. So let's roll some of the weight out of the heel of the hand a little bit more towards the knuckles. Top of the head sinking down, feet and knees and quadriceps are nice and relaxed. Breathing in and out through your nose if that feels okay for you. And you're going to come to those hands and knees. Nice cat-cow stretch. Good, let's take right wrist directly under the shoulder. Extend your right leg behind you. Zipping up through that middle with that left arm reaching, and the head is just a neutral spine. You can stay down the middle, or that left arm can come to the left. And flex your right foot. Right leg can come slightly to the right. Making sure we're not shrugging those shoulders. Keeping that breath calm. Slowly coming back down the middle and reach. And hand and knee down. Let's sit our hips to the right. Bring your right hand on top of the left. Continue with those deep cleansing breaths. Good, untwist. And let's go ahead and have a seat. In that cross-legged position, your left leg is in front. So let's sit up nice and tall. Bring that chin in your chest. Think about shoulder blades in your imaginary back pockets. Let's take right ear to right shoulder. Left hand slides to the low back. With that right hand just resting on the head. Please don't pull in the head. Good. Very gently chin in the chest, and let's switch. Left ear to left shoulder. Right hand to the low back. Just let that left hand rest on the head. You're not pulling. And chin to the chest, sitting up tall. Let's round the back. Push those hands away from you. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, look past those fingertips, palms down, chin in your chest. So important to stretch our hips. When they get tight, our low back usually starts talking to you. Let's wind around to your right. Bring that left hand on top. Nose towards that knee. And now let's take that left arm, reach it up to the sky. And take that right hand, grab your opposite knee, gently sink yourself down. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Shoulders relax. Gently twist. And let's untwist. Go ahead and come to those hands and knees again. Nice cat-cow stretch. Let's go ahead and come to our plank. Make sure your wrists are below your shoulders. Come on down nice and slow. Nice up dog, lifting the top of the head to the ceiling, lengthening the spine. And push up or not, let's come to down dog. So as you're breathing, connect with that breath and put to the side any negative self-talk that snuck in there. Just praise yourself for being here today. And let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. With chin in your chest, let's take our left toes up to the ceiling. Let's walk those hands back just a little bit. Nose is towards that right knee, straight as possible. Remember, each body is different. As the left toes reach, your right hand could hold the ankle if you want it to. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, let's bring those feet together. Let's cross those forearms. Hold your opposite calf. If it's easier to hold the same calf, that's fine. Straightest legs as you can. Good. On the exhale, release. Let's glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. And good. That left arm's going to come down. Feet together. Right arm reaches. Let's walk those left fingertips down. Left hand, let's grab the wrist and just gently pull. Make sure your head is rested. Stretching down that right side. Inhale to the middle. Exhale a little bit deeper. And good. All right, so let's go ahead and come to the front of the mat, standing back bend. And as you bring those arms down, let's take that left leg and let's extend it behind you. Warrior 3. Abs are engaged, deep cleansing breaths. If possible, as the chest lowers, that left leg lifts. Eyes on a focal point help you with balance. Exhale, let's lunge on those toes and lean back into that crescent lunge. Good, left hip flexor stretch. Let's swing through. Reach it up again. That left foot comes a little farther back. Good, Good. Now on that exhale, we're going to turn both feet flat, bring the hands down, chin in your chest. Let's let the top of the head sink towards the mat. Straighten the legs the best that you can. Breathing, that left hand comes to the middle of the mat, and your right arm reaches to the ceiling with that right shoulder rolling open. Bend your left elbow a little bit. Ear gets closer to the mat. And let's switch. Right hand between those feet, left arm up, roll that left shoulder open, bend your right elbow, deep breath. And now let's face those fingertips behind us. Walk those hands back a little bit. Anytime you feel like you've created space and can walk your feet farther apart, please do. Bend those elbows, top of the head sinks down, legs get a little bit straighter if possible. And let's walk those hands towards the front. Fingertips face the front. Let's bend those elbows. Top of the head sinks down, and deep breath. On your exhale, let's walk those hands up towards the front of the mat. Doesn't matter what leg is there. We're going to take that leg back. Abs are nice and strong. Hug those sides. Come on down. Nice up dog. Let's relax your glutes and lift the top of the head up like you're creating space between the vertebrae. Push up or not, and then come to down dog. Once again, exhale out any of those distractions. We all have them, it's okay. Just notice those distracting thoughts and simply exhale them out. Decide you'll think about them later. And let's come to our hands and knees. Nice cat-cow stretch. And now with that left wrist directly under the shoulder, we're going to extend that left leg behind you and right arm out. We're not going to shrug our shoulders, and the head is a neutral spine, not looking straight up or straight down. Either stay down the middle or take that right arm out to the right. We can flex that left foot and take it out to the left, even if it's just a little bit, making sure shoulders stay pressed back. Slowly come back down the middle and reach. Hand and knee down. Let's sit those hips left hand on top of the right. Deep breath. Good, let's untwist. And let's come to that plank. Wrists below those shoulders. Hug your sides, come on down. Up dog. Push up or not, and then down dog. Top of the head sinks down. Hopefully you've created some heat in your body. When those muscles are warmer, we can stretch farther. Let's go ahead and take our right toes up to the ceiling. Walk our hands back a little bit. Let's bend that right knee and let it hang to our left. Putting a little bit more weight in that left hand. Nice open right hip. Relaxing that right leg. Stretching down the right side of the rib cage. Now for pigeon, let's slide that right knee between our hands. Let's tuck the left toes under, walk that left leg back, open up the chest, and not let ourselves roll to the right. Belly button facing down. We're going to walk our hands down the middle of the mat. Rest our forehead somewhere. Deep breath into the tightness around that right hip joint. Exhale, try to let it go. Feel free to look to your right and rest on the left side of the face. Sliding your right hand palm up to your low back. Just let that tightness and tension dissolve. Belly expands as you inhale and deflates as you exhale. Untwisting as you're ready. Glancing forward. Left fingertips are going to walk a little bit farther. Forehead down and breathe. Walking it back. Opening the chest and sliding that right knee back. Let's give that right calf a good stretch. Press that heel down and press the whole body weight back. Good, let's go ahead and come to our plank. Wrists below the shoulders, hug your sides, come on down. Up dog, open that chest. Push up if you want to, and down dog. At the end of your exhale, the same leg, your right leg, is going to lift to the sky again. Toes up, hands walk back just a little bit, nose towards your left knee, and then gently swing through. So your right knee is right above the ankle. Let's take that left knee to the mat and take that right foot over to the right. So hands on the inside of the foot. Take your left quadricep, sink it forward, but notice your right knee should stay right above the ankle. If you want to, you can start to bend those elbows, sinking them towards the mat. You could also stay in your palms. Best case scenario, your weight is evenly distributed onto palms or forearms. Deep breath into those hips. Exhale, dissolve that tightness. Use each and every exhale to melt that tension away. Come on up. Now let's bring that right foot back to the mat and bring our chest up. Let's place the hands on the right thigh, sink that left hip flexor forward, straighten the arms and push the shoulders down with chin in the chest. Left forearm can come to the outside of the right thigh, look over your right shoulder, and right hand slides to the low back. Either stay right here, or that left foot lifts up, and your right hand reaches to grab it. If this stresses you out, it defeats the purpose of yoga, so just place the hand back at your low back. Deep breath in and out, bending that right knee deep. And exhale, let's untwist. Let's bring that right knee to the mat. Knees apart, big toes together, sit yourself back in child's pose. As you rest the forehead, you're letting the middle of that chest to surrender to the mat. Coming up to those hands and knees, nice cat stretch. Glancing up. And let's go ahead and come back to that plank. That upper push-up position. Let your chest lead, but remember those knees could come down at any point you need them to. Open the chest and up dog. Push up or not, and down dog. Try to roll some of the weight out of the heel of your hand, a little bit more towards your knuckles. Top of the head sinking down, deep breath. On that exhale, let's take our left toes to the ceiling. Hands walk back a little bit. Bend your left knee, let it hang to the right. So you're putting a little bit more weight in that right hand. Opening up the left hip and stretching down the rib cage. Pigeon, let's slide that left knee between our hands. Let's tuck those right toes under, walk our right leg back, open the chest, and let's just make sure we're not going to roll left Walking those hands down the middle of your mat. Rest your forehead. Deep breath into the tightness you may feel around that left hip joint. Exhale, let it dissolve. Everybody has one side that's a little bit more flexible than the other. Just take it. Take your body for where it is today. Now let's glance to your left, resting on the right side of the face, and slide the left hand to your low back. These are just options. Take them or leave them. Continuing to remind yourself this is your practice. Nurturing what's good for your body. And exhale it slowly, untwist. Glance forward. Let's take those right fingertips just a little bit farther. Forehead down and breathe. Exhale completely each time, not holding back. And let's walk it back. Let's open up the chest, slide that left knee underneath you. Let's stretch that left calf. So let's push that left heel back. Nice calf stretch. Let's come back to your plank, wrists below those shoulders, and come on down nice and slow. Up dog. Let's go to down dog. Feel free to do that push-up if you want to. Allow yourself a few deep cleansing breaths. As we take those left toes to the ceiling again. Let's walk the hands back a little bit, nose towards that right knee. Deep breath. And exhale, gently lunge. Left knee is right above the ankle. Let's take your right knee to the mat. And left foot comes to the left a little bit. Let's sink that right quadricep forward, but keep that left knee directly above the ankle, so scoot it up if you need to. If you'd like, you can start to bend those elbows, sinking them towards the mat, chin in the chest. Deep breath into those hips. Exhale, try to release some of that tightness and do your best to keep your weight evenly distributed, either on palms or forearms. And let's come back to our palms. Let's walk that left foot towards the mat again and bring our chest up. So let's take those hips and sink them forward, hands on your left thigh, arms straight but shoulders down. Sink your right quadricep forward again. And now right forearm comes to the outside of your left thigh. Left hand slides to the low back, glancing over your left shoulder. And if you want, you can grab that foot. If it stresses you out, keep the hand at the back. So left knee bent nice and deep. Rib cage and diaphragm expanding and contracting with your breath. Exhale, slowly untwist. Let's bring that left knee to the mat. And let's sit ourselves back in child's pose for a few breaths. Go ahead and come on back up. And we're going to come to your last plank of this class. Abs are engaged. Hug the sides with your elbows as you come down. Open the chest, lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head. Push up if you choose, and then down dog. Connect with the breath. Roll some weight out of the heel of the hand. And just imagine that that breath flows up and down the back of those legs. Good, let's sink down to the forearms if that feels okay with you. Into dolphin. If not, stay in down dog, that would be fine. Let's use the leverage of those forearms on the mat to press ourselves back. Release tightness straight down the back of the legs. Let's come to our knees and bring that chest up. Let's take those right fingertips, gently pull them back. Same thing with the left. Clasping fingertips at your low back, shoulder blades in your back pockets, chin in your chest. Now, as you lift the hands a little bit, you have the option of folding forward. You don't have to do that part. That's up to you. And now let's release the hands, rest the arms at your sides, and just let those shoulders release. Good, let's come on up and bring our knees apart. Big toes together, look up to your right and rotate your wrist. Right hand palm up threads that needle. Rest on the right side of the face. Take your left fingertips, walk them to the front of the mat. And then left hand at the low back, palm up. Let's allow the shoulders just to flop and wiggle those fingers. Keeping our attention to the here and now. Breath and sensations in those muscles. Let's untwist. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So look up to your left and rotate that wrist. And then left hand palm up, threads that needle. Rest on the left side of the face. Walk the right fingertips to the front of the mat. Exhale, right hand at the low back, palm up. Let's allow those shoulders just to flop. And let's slowly untwist. Let's have a seat at the front of your mat. So let's come into our boat pose. We'll come into it twice today. Let's keep our shoulders open. Arms are up. Relax your quadriceps. If you want to keep the feet on the mat, you can. You could also bring one or both feet up. Strong through that middle. Toes lifting if that feels okay for your back. Exhale, feet together, farther away from you. Walk the hands towards your toes and just let your chest sink down. And let's sit up and pull those heels towards us. Hold on around our toes, shoulders down, lift the head up as those knees press down. And then nose towards the toes. Again, knees just surrendering towards the mat. Nice release for the inner thighs and the groin. And let's come into our boat pose one more time. Please have your yoga strap near you so when you're lying down, you are going to be able to find it. So go ahead and come into that boat pose. Shoulders relax, abs are nice and strong. Inhale, toes up if possible. And then just come on back. Hug your knees in tight. Shoulders down. Let's look over one shoulder to stretch your neck. Gently glance the other direction. Good, head at neutral. And let's massage that spine, especially the low back, by just drawing circles with your knees in both directions. And let's turn that into happy baby pose. Grab onto your ankles or your feet. Soles of the feet facing the ceiling. Elbows press those knees apart. And let's rock from side to side. Good, release. Let's go ahead and place both feet in your yoga strap. And let's just gently pull, legs as straight as you feel comfortable, and lift the hips a little bit if that feels good for you. Slowly releasing, left leg flat on the mat. Let's let the right leg come to your right. You're going to look over that left arm like a bird's wing, and that left hip is rolled to the mat. Relaxing that right leg in the strap, just gently pull. Let that belly lift and lower. As that right leg comes up, we're going to move the strap towards your right heel, wiggle the foot, and very gently pull it towards you. Taking the back of your right knee, gently pressing it away from you. And back it away. Let's move the strap closer to the ball of the foot. Nice flex, gentle pull. Take care of that right calf. You're more than welcome to pull on one side or the other of that strap, moving the foot to get your best calf stretch. Release. That leg's going to come across the body. Looking to your right over your right arm, and the right leg just relaxes in the strap. Very gently pull your right IT band straight down the outside of that right thigh. It's a good stretch. And let's bring the right leg up. Both feet in that strap. Gentle pull. Lifting the hips if that feels good for you. Release with the right leg on the mat. Strap's going to come to your left hand. As we bring it out to the left, glance to your right. We're going to keep that right hip rolled down to the mat and just very gently pull. So left toes aim to that wall behind you. Nose breathing and the rib cage and diaphragm expanding and contracting. Put that left leg to the sky. Strap towards your left heel. Wiggle that foot and very gently pull. Take the back of your left knee, gently press it away from you. Deep breath. Remember, your exhale can help you deepen that stretch. So let's now move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Nice flex. Gentle pull. Stretching that left calf, and you can kind of wiggle the foot and the strap around to get your best stretch. Good, right hand holds the strap. Let's let it come across the body. You're going to look to your left and just gently pull with that right hand. Use your exhale to deepen that stretch if you want. Exhale and release. Let's place that strap down. And let's move the heels towards the fingertips, feet farther apart than our hips. Let's do a bridge. Push those hip bones up to the sky. Inhale, lift. And exhale, just peel the spine down as you're ready. With feet together, let the knees relax out. The arms out, eyes closed. Teeth rest slightly apart. Just allowing the breath to help you to release some of those muscles. On our exhale, we can keep our eyes closed. We're just going to bring our knees together and then make a big letter I with your body. So stretch as long as you can from fingertips to toes. Really reach. And then on your exhale, we're going to slide those arms down somewhere near your sides. Rest them palms up. Eyes closed. And you have found your last pose of this class, total resting pose. So with deep cleansing breaths, let's first picture what we are going to inhale over the next few minutes. What do you most need to allow the rest of your day to flow smoothly? You can picture that word each time you inhale. And then as you exhale, what are you going to picture letting go of? Maybe it's some negative self-talk. Maybe it's judgment of someone else. Let's pull all the breath to the very top of your head. And as you exhale, just feel the breath flow across your forehead. Stream across your temples. Feel that nice release between your temples. And across the back of the head. Rolling across your eyes and nose and cheekbones. And the back of your jaw. Feel that breath flow down the sides and back of the neck. Making its way across the top of your shoulders. As those shoulders relax to the mat. Nice open chest and a relaxed upper back. Allowing that breath to flow down your arms, rounding your elbows, flowing straight down your forearms to your wrists, palms, and the top of your hand, between your fingers, all the way to your fingertips. As you exhale, just move the fingers gently. Let tension and stress escape through those fingertips. As your breath makes its way across your rib cage, one rib at a time, and flows straight down from the middle of your back to the small of your back, and across your waist and your abdominals. Deep breath into those hips and glutes. Exhale, let them just release and mold to the mat. Along with your quadriceps and your hamstrings and your knees, shins, and calves. Feel the breath around your ankles, and feel that breath round your heels and flow up the arch of your foot, roll across the top of the foot. Breath is between those toes, all the way to your toe tips. Exhale and just let all that negativity escape through your toe tips. Completely relaxed and at peace. Making that conscious decision to to do your best to respond to those around you instead of reacting. To remember the sense of peace and allow it to lead all of your interactions throughout the rest of your day. So let's take our time coming out of this position, being nice to yourself. Bending one knee when you're ready, placing it on the mat, foot on the mat. And allow the other knee to join it. As you slowly roll to one side, that bottom arm is your pillow. And exhale, just gently press up to a nice sitting position where we started today. Take a deep breath in, reaching those arms up. And exhale, bring those hands to your heart. Chin to your chest, surrendering everything in that head to your heart. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Thank you for coming. Namaste.